Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Singapana binti Muhammad Sabri. My matric number is 831325. So today I would like to share about my life, adulthood developments based on the lifespan development theory. So I will compare my life's adulthood development based on the theory that I choose. The first one is physical development. The second one is the cognitive development theory. Then the third one is psychosocial development. Then the last one is moral development theory. So focus on the physical development theory. I'm focused on my adulthood developments. Physical growth can positively influence others' developments domain through the developments of the brain and muscular system. So based on this physical development stage that focus on the muscular system, individual in this stage, adulthood development stage, may have the peak of their psychosocial development, including their martial strength. So people in this stage may have a strong muscle. So women in this stage tend to carry more body fat than men. So compared to my lifespan in adulthood developments, I reach a good level of this stage for the physical development because I have a strong muscles that I can do and outdoor activities such as hiking, caving and climbing. Then I realized that I have a sensitive issue about my weight because my weight easily goes up and goes down. Then it's actually bother me. Then, based on the cognitive development by Jean Piaget in 1977 believed that individuals of different age made a different mistake based on their quality rather than quantity of their intelligence. So, Piaget proposed 4 stages to describe the development of cognitive process in individual. The first stage is sensory stage. The second is pre-operational stage. The third is concrete operational stage. Then the last one is formal operational stage. Then each stage has described a specific age group. So the cognitive development occurs through the interaction of innate capacity and environment event, and children pass through the stress of through the series of the stage. So, based on this cognitive development theory by Jean Piaget, I realized that my adulthood development was being in the formal operational stage, which is in the formal operational stage. Piaget believed that motor skill in this stage are the best during the So based on the cognitive, based on this cognitive development theory by Jean Piaget, I realized that my adulthood development being in the formal operational stage. So for this formal operational stage, Piaget believed that motor skills are the best during this early adulthood. So I realized that in my adulthood development stage, I reach a good motor skill, which is I can think critically and consider various perspectives in a matter of everything, such as making a solution. Then Piaget also assumed that in this formal operational stage, brain development have reached a final stage growth during the early adulthood. So people may lose some memory, hard to remember something. So I think in my adulthood development, I have reached this brain development, which is I have a weaker brain process compared to my middle adolescence development. In this formal operational stage, Piaget also believed that young adulthood show improvement in the epistemic cognition, which is referred to the ability to think about talk and evaluate the validity or reliability of the knowledge. So, compared to my last adulthood developments, I have reached this cognitive epistemic. I've been more sensitive to something happens, and each matter been happen to me, I evaluate one by one and compare it before make any action. Piaget, based on the Jean Piaget theory, that cognitive development occur as the result of the maturity and experience. So compared to my stage in adulthood that focus on the intellectual and cognitive change. In this stage, I reach a very difficult intellectual changing because every judgment or suggestion or opinions or any of the solution that I was made was based on my past experience. So the third theory based on the psychosocial development by Erikson. Erikson believed that people experience a conflict that serves as the turning point in the development. So Erikson 1955 has proposed 8 stages of So Erikson 1955 has proposed 8 stages of this of the person developments. It's focused on the 8 distinct stage that have a conflict in every stage by the Eriksons. The adulthood stage will have a conflict, either intimacy or isolation. So, based on my adulthood stage or adulthood development, now I'm in this stage and having a conflict between intimacy and isolation. Erikson believed in this stage, people will have the major conflict center of forming intimate, loving relationship with others. This is same as my adulthood development because I have a confused whether to spend time alone and propose my dream or start to have a new family. So Erikson also said in this stage, we begin to share ourselves more intimately with others. We explore relationship leading toward a long-term commitments with someone other than our family. So I'm actually been in this stage. So I'm thinking to have a new family, but I'm not fully reached this stage because of I'm afraid to have a relationship and commitment with others. So based on the moral developments, so moral development is the process by which people development the distinction between the right and wrong morality or an engagement reasoning between the two moral reason. Colbert have proposed the 3 primary levels, and each level of moral development have 2 stages. So Colbert 1958 argued that the age at which moral reasoning and moral judgment become most influence for the moral action lies between the adolescent and adulthood. So I'm focused on my adulthood development. So based on the moral development theory by the Colbert, for the adulthood development will be in the conventional morality. Adulthood development focus on the stage 3 and 4. In the stage 3, it focus on developing a good interpersonal relationship. Then the stage 4 is focused on the maintaining social order. So compared to my adulthood developments, in this stage, I'm still trying and making a good relationship with the people around me. In my adulthood developments, I have not really achieved completely my self-authority. Actually, for this established identity, has been able to create a strong self-identity, and others will respect my identity. Compared to my adulthood developments, I have ethical principle of common sense, being able to accept the law or regulation that are used by the public, such as a principle that used in school, in my university, my work environment. So I can accept that all of the principle. So for the conclusion, based on the theory of the lifespan development that I compare and contrast with my life development that I focus on the adulthood developments. So I have identified the advantage and disadvantage of my life development and look up at my level achievement of each of the theory, and I understand the useful of the theory that describe me and helping me to more understand my own development process. So I realized this the different theory of lifespan development will be useful for me as a teacher to understand my student and preparing learning methods. That's all for me. Thank you.